So now what? It says I'm live. Can I see the live chat? Okay. I am getting started. I see I have someone in here. I have been trying a new platform. I don't know if I can see your comments. Oh, yes, I can. Yay. Awesome. This is exciting. Can y'all let me know if you can hear me? I am just testing things. How is the sound? If anyone is in here, let me know. Testing, testing. I believe I figured out music this time as well. Oh, perfect. Thank you. I am here because I am wanting to do some fashion illustrations from the recent Golden Globes event that happened last weekend. Did any of y'all watch it? What did y'all think? I was interested in several of the fashion pieces. I have about 3 or 4 looks for y'all today to illustrate. So I am very excited. We'll be going over how to render black today. And then there was a lot of sparkle. So that will be a lot of fun. And yeah, I believe I can add music to this stream. So I have a little treat for us today in regards to that. And I will get started. Thank you for coming. This is really exciting. Let me know. Can you hear that? Kind of fun ambient music. I don't know if you can hear it. No, it's not a big deal. All right, if y'all have issues with sound quality or any of that, please let me know. I am not going to be showing pictures today of what I'm drawing from, but I will just tell you what I'm drawing. So I figured that would be the best way to handle things. So we will get started. My first look that I wanted to do today, I really loved Nikki Glazer's pink dress. It was like, I think it was her first dress of the evening. So, and it was really fun. If you watched the red carpet entry, she was doing a lot of like twirling and swirling with it. So I figured I would try to capture some of the movement. And yeah, I might not be super chatty today. I will talk through a little bit of what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So I am going to get started. Each look should probably take me around 10 or 15 minutes. I might take a little bit longer time on some of them. It just depends. Some of them I might do watercolor, some of them I'll do marker. So yeah. She had a really fun pink flowy dress, so I'm kind of mapping it out. might end up going to pencil because sometimes I feel like I'm not quite capturing it with pen. Sometimes I can. We'll see. Welcome all who are here. This is just a chill stream today. I will be drawing some dresses, I believe. One is just to warm up. Apologize for my squeaky chair if you can hear that. Feel free to ask any questions. Feel free to share this link if you would like it to be shared. Definitely like and subscribe as well. Just pulling up a picture. We will be drawing a 3/4 view today. And I do have a very chatty kitty, so you might hear him every now and then. I think I'm going to play around with some watercolor on this one. Now, when you capture movement, you have to think about the folds and where it's landing in the direction of where she's moving. And you have to pay attention to light and shadow. So that is what I am doing here. Movement is a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite things to capture. I'm just building my outline in pencil. How's the sound quality? Is it still good? What did y'all think of the Golden Globes? Did you guys watch it? Let me know. If you're watching on the replay, definitely let me know in the comments as well. I'll be leaving this video up once it's been recorded. That way people who have missed can tune in later. All right. I do have a very squeaky chair. That is something I'm working on. All right. Just making my lines a little bit lighter. Get it for a second. Sorry about that. I'm doing these on 8x10. This is what I felt like doing today. Sometimes I do bigger. I did very recently relaunch my website. So it is at the bottom of the screen. Feel free to check that out while you're here. It is a completely new layout. Some fun updates on there. I'm still learning this platform, although it's a lot less glitchy than the first time I was live. I do appreciate all of you for being here. I've started some of the folds where the lines are, and that'll be kind of my guide for backgrounds as well. That's usually how I do things. Just focusing on the fashion today. I've always loved red carpet dresses. When I was younger, I used to draw from the red carpet sometimes as well. I was too shy back then to showcase it though. For those who are new here, just to give you a little bit about who I am, my name is Stephanie. I am your host for today. And I do fashion illustrations for commissions. I do them live for events. I got started out doing commissions for like private clients and brides for weddings, and it slowly evolved doing them at weddings. And eventually I got to work with brands, and now I've done work at Fifth Avenue and Neiman Marcus. I've done work with brands like Dior and Ferragamo. Yeah. And I also do live illustration of the guests for makes a great wedding gift at weddings, especially. This type of thing works really well for VIP events. If you have like any in-store fashion events or sales or things like that, as an extra way to kind of promote what you have going on. And you'll see all that on my website as well. I just thought it was so fun how she was twirling her dress. close to the finish line on this one. I'm just adding some shadows. Also filling in her skin and hair. When I'm at events, they take me anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. If I'm at home, it can take longer. It just depends. Have a fun medium that I'm going to explore today with this one as well. The dress had some shimmer, and as you can see, I have some fun paints over here that we're going to play in a minute. I'm just adding another layer of darker pink in the shadow areas, even though it's more of a kind of a salmon color this dress was. It seems to work really well. This dress was definitely one of my favorites of the evening. Did y'all have any favorites of the evening at the Golden Globes? Let me know. Welcome all to our here. Feel free to give this a like and subscribe if you're new. It helps the algorithm. Sometimes I work from bottom up, sometimes I work from top down. Really not sure what makes me start where. This time I was excited about the pink, I guess. She has kind of a darker blonde hair. Blonde can be tricky. You don't want to put too much yellow. Like you see, that does not look like hair to me. And oftentimes, I'll kind of play with other colors till I get a shade that I like. dark yellow. That's a little better. I like to test my colors before I use them. When I do this live at events too, it ensures that I know I'm using the right color. That actually looks pretty well. Sometimes I will use this color and then layer like yellow shades on top, and it'll create a nice slightly lighter shade of that. Interesting. Another set here. Sometimes that one is good for shadow areas. There it is. I was looking for a specific color. So you see how layering can really mute the color. This is almost super pale yellow, yellow green. Okay, works. All right. I'm going to start with my lightest color. Here's a little tricky because I already added ink, and sometimes the ink will blend, so you have to be really careful. Sometimes you can kind of blend it out and make it shadowy looking. As you can see, this is why you don't do straight yellow on a blonde color, even though that is the temptation. All right, we are getting it. Usually for the face, because it is about the clothing, I don't do exact details. I will capture the essence of it though. It is almost time for our fun watercolor trick, satin. Right. This should give it a metallic glow. If you're here, feel free to say hello. I'm really enjoying this new medium. I have not worked with these paints before. I just got them for Christmas. That would be fun to add to my mediums of choice. right. And I believe we are finishing touches on the first red carpet choice. If you are interested in purchasing any of these, let me know. I would be open to selling them. Look how fabulous this glow is on the camera. That's amazing that it's coming out like that. That glow is the metallic from the marker, you guys. Or paint, I mean. All right, next we will sign it, and that is a wrap for this one. What do y'all think? All right. See how she shines when the light hits it? Fun. I always like to put my signatures inside the painting. That's just how I've evolved over the years. I didn't always do that. Recently, it's become how I do things. Just love that metallic. Look at that. So fun. All right. On to my next one. I really loved Kate Hudson, her dress. She had this gorgeous silver dress on. And I believe it had like diamonds or crystals dangling down. It was stunning. So if y'all want to look up the pictures, you're welcome to. So that's what I'll be drawing from next. Feeling the pencil as a base this time. Sometimes I do marker. How are we doing? I hope y'all are having a beautiful day today. This is look 2. Oh, you can hear music, but not me. No, that's interesting. I don't know how to fix that. Well, it is what it is. All right, you guys, testing. I'm being told that, okay, good. I think you can hear me. Good. You can hear me here. Perfect. Yeah, I was just taking a quick break while I was kind of prepping for the next drawing. And just to recap, in case the sound wasn't working, I am currently working on Kate Hudson from the Golden Globes last Sunday. She had a gorgeous silver dress on. They talked about it, I believe it was crystals that are dangling on the dress. It's stunning. It'll be a fun one to do. Working on, yes, I loved her dress. She was by far one of my favorites. I thought it would be a fun one to kind of talk through illustrating like crystals and sparkles as well, so we'll be doing that. I'm very excited for this new watercolor palette I have. That silver is going to be so fun. You look and see. Here, so that's this. There it is. The silver is going to be laying on top. And then sometimes I'll even do crystals. I like to use metallic gel pens, or sometimes I'll even use these pens. They have a really fun metallic shine. This one is more glittery, so it just depends on the vibe. I do have a cat and he's making some noise, so he might make an appearance on some of my streams at some point. Working on capturing movement at the moment, just mapping out the base. I'm just copying all the layers and how it folds. Ink time. Splits back here is also a little tricky. Fun challenge. I always like to be challenged when drawing. But you'll see. You just have to give it a little bit of lift and follow the hairline. I'm debating on. No, that one's too thick. How thin of a pencil or pen I need. Looking for a super thin line that works. All right. I am switching to a thicker marker. I like to use thin on the face. hers is super fitted. And a little bit of movement at the bottom. There's a lot of sparkle this time. Some pastel colors and a lot of black. It was really interesting. It's kind of fun to see like what's trending on the carpet. Oftentimes, if I do a pencil underlayer, I will erase it once I add the outline. Sometimes it helps me with keeping it loose to do it that way. I'm going to wait to add it's got a lot of things going on kind of from the center out. I'm going to add those at the very end. I am going to use a gray underneath. I might do a lighter version of this color. This 4%, let's do 1%. The colors, sometimes you can use the same color in different shades of that color. As you can see here, that's what I'm experimenting with. That one's almost dead though. Ooh, yes. You see that's a lighter shade than what I did for the darker area here. I'll go in the shadow areas with the darker shade. This just creates a nice foundation for you to build on. And at the end, like we did with the other one, I will add the metallic. So once that's on, it's on. You can't take that off. That is always the last step. You can kind of start to see it come together. And I'll do a zoomed in version of it as well so you can see all the details at the very end. Neutral gray on top. Silver she has is a very warm color. That might be nice too. Ooh, yes. Just layering colors to give it some definition. The dress I'm saying my light source. Oftentimes I'll choose a light source, especially if it's a very shiny dress. Well, I do it all the time, but in this case, it's coming from this way and then also this way. So there'll be more of a shadow or a highlight coming this way. And some shadows underneath. It is a lot of fun to work with because you can do different colors within it. All right, next approach. I think I am going to do the lines in black. There's a lot of really fun detail on this one. And then I'm going to go over it on top with metallic. Art can be very meditative. Times when I'm drawing, it's very soothing to listen to the sounds of the pencil or pen or marker. Makes for a nice mindfulness exercise. You can kind of layer your pen as well. That'll help give you some 3D effects. All right. We're going to do skin tone next. Sun for her. Got a lot of peach. Music is a nice treat this time. Last time I was having difficulty with that. I'm so glad I figured it out this time. Debating which one I do next. So you can see, I'll show you what I'm working with here. Might be hard to see on camera. This line here. Oh, you can see it. It has a metallic sheen on it. When I'm doing beading, that's what I do oftentimes. I think I'm going to do the silver next. That actually. And then I'll do this one on top. Test it. Yes. And it should be okay, so you'll be able to see the layers underneath. Look at that. How fun is this metallic? I'm putting a little bit more detail on these, so but I think it's worth it. It's fun. Sometimes if you add water to a marker, it can kind of blend with the water that you're adding to it. I'm doing that intentionally this time to create a little bit more of a three-dimensional silvery effect. Although sometimes art has a mind of its own. I embrace it when that happens. Oh my gosh, the metallic is so cool with the lighting. Camera is just hitting it in the right, perfect angle. All right, time for glitter pen. Because the dress itself is very metallic, but then the beads, you can see that glitter pen now. It's so fun. The camera doesn't do it justice, but it's doing pretty well, even still. Almost like adding a different layer of the same color, a different texture. going over all of my black lines I made earlier. The black just help makes it pop. We are almost done, guys, with this one. If you're here, feel free to say hello. We noticed a few new people coming in. That's a wrap on this one. Do a zoom in. Look how fun that metallic is. It's even more glittery in person. You can kind of, there it is. You can see that sparkle now a little bit. How fun is that? All right. Next, I'm going to do Ariana Grande's look next. She had a fun black look on. I was actually kind of surprised because usually she does pink. At least recently she has been. Black was stunning on her though. And this will be our last look of the day. Apologies for the noises. My computer cord came unplugged. There we go. Make sure we're not going to die over here. How are y'all liking this so far? I'm having fun over here. This is again a tricky one with the hair, but we got this. This is the slick back. Black is also a little tricky. It's a lot of fun. And in order to capture movement and layers, you kind of have to go slow. I'm also going to use some metallic on this one because the dress has a lot of shine. The dress has a very interesting bustle in the front. It also has a lot of texture. So the ribbon goes down. Kind of making up my own pose here. Why not? Following your hairline. And this is my last look for the day, you guys. These were my top 3 of the evening. She is gorgeous necklace on. Again, this is not a exact rendering of them. It's just capturing the essence. Here's our outline. Color matching her hair. Okay, see if it works. Okay. Awesome. That's too pink. Layer. This time my light source is coming from this way. So everything on this side is going to be darker. Different shades of black here. And this is kind of what I'm talking about by playing with which shade to start with. I don't notice too much of a difference, but it does make a difference. Actually, I'm gonna do something else first. Yep, I'm gonna go over it with gray first. You'll see I will layer on top. With that lightest shade first. And then we'll do the darker shades in the shadow areas. I'm going to leave some white in some of the highlighted areas. You don't have to leave white. That's just a part of my style. I like having white highlights of the paper poking through. That is a personal choice. I like it because it makes it look a little more 3D. This is my lightest shade of black. And the dress has some texture, so I'm kind of spiraling it on to create that texture. See, as I layer the black on, it'll start to take shape. I will also be doing this for the next award show, so stay tuned. All right. And for the final layer of black. You can really see it in the camera. That's kind of cool. I haven't been looking at it. Sometimes I use different brands because it has a slightly different pigment. And it looks nice when layered on top of a different brand. So that's the process there. All right. Now, I'm going to add the glitter pin again. Because she has a diamond necklace. And then some pink lips. There it is. It's a light pink shade. Blending pink in with her skin tone. Right. We're at the home stretch, you guys. Thank you all for coming to the stream today. It's been a blast. I'm using this metallic black over here. I'll give it a little bit of a shimmer. So my light source is coming from this way. I have folds up here. I have a fold here. And it would be kind of angled to the left, kind of imagining what it would look like. Because it is a different pose than any of the pictures I've seen. And I am going gonna fill in, I haven't done this before, but I think it could be really nice. I'm loving these watercolors. So I'm gonna fill in on top of the white space. See how opaque that is? Let's see, maybe I'll make a smaller amount. Oh yeah. I like how it leaves the sheen of the paper while giving it a highlight. Welcome all. If you're new here, I will be doing live streams from the red carpet events after each one this season. And just like this, with some chill vibes and some fun music, and we can talk about fashion and what we liked, what we didn't like. I'll be highlighting my favorite dresses. Play with something really quickly. This beautiful pearl color. Lost some of my weight here. Ooh. All right, this medium is a treat today. I have not used this before. I'm learning along with you guys. These metallics are a blast, but really enjoying them. All right. And that is our third and final look for today. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you so much for coming on. A close-up look at this. It's stunning. See how it captures the metallic of the dress as it hits the light. That is so fun. All right. I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day. And yeah, stay tuned. I will be doing more of these during red carpet award shows and things like that. As I see dresses that inspire me, I may even come on and do various ones from the past as well. Yeah, we'll just have some fun with this and enjoy, and thank you so much, and until next time.